Macbeth essay. The play Macbeth by William Shakespeare narrates the story of a young soldier by the name of Macbeth who received a prophecy by three witches. The prophecy said that Macbeth would become King of Cawdor and King of Scotland. Eventually, this became true, but only within acts of treachery and coincidence. These acts consist of the killings of King Duncan, Banquo, and small children. At last, Macbeth's fear was his greatest impetus behind murderous acts and other irrational choices. At the beginning of the play, Macbeth was an honest man who cared for his country and kingdom. Eventually, when the prophecy became true, we can see how he develops fear for losing what he has obtained, and it would drive him to commit his first murder. Lady Macbeth says, "That may you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you are a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than a man." Page 43. When Macbeth hears this from his wife, he starts to develop fear. Fear that he might not please his wife, and it may prove that he is incapable of killing Duncan. This kind of fear will make him think irrationally, and last but not least, make him kill one of his good friends. After Macbeth killed Duncan, his confidence grew a lot. He now possessed power and believed that nothing would be capable of threatening his kingdom. During power, Macbeth recalls the prophecy and takes in consideration that Banquo might be a threat. He states, "Only for them and mine eternal jewel, given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate into the list." Page 88. Again, Macbeth's fear starts to develop. He fears that Banquo will be capable of stealing his power. The coincidental act that Macbeth heard from Banquo's prophecy draw him to question his loyalty. By questioning his loyalty, he develops fear toward Banquo's future actions. At last, he decides to kill Banquo, but his conscience will start killing him slower than fear itself. Desperate and in need for answers, Macbeth goes to the witches and receives a further prophecy that will drive him insane. Macbeth's rationality is gone, and fear has consumed him. He states, "Seize upon five, give to thy edge of thy sword his wife, his babies, and old unfortunate souls." Page 144. He decides to kill all children to get rid of the fear that someone may come to kill him. At last, Macbeth doesn't have control of his choices and actions. This would eventually lead him to a certain death because his need to power and the fear that someone or something, the prophecy, might ruin his future as king terrorized him. In the play Macbeth, there are many factors that will lead Macbeth to commit irrational acts and choices, but fear is the main one. When he achieved the power he wanted, Macbeth was surrounded by fear because he didn't want to lose what he achieved. Eventually, the acts of treachery and murderous acts he committed left him alone, desperate, and dead.